Good morning, guys. This is our part 2 of Internet and Web Services for class 10th. Here we are discussing about other web services, especially for the users of Internet. This class is about the Internet services as well as the question answer session also included into it. So let's start our part 2. Now we move about first one, e-shopping. Nowadays we are very familiar about the e-shopping. E-shopping is a technique or the service where we are discussing about different of work and different of style. Like in this manner, e-shopping or is a form of e-commerce which allows consumers to directly buy goods or service from a seller over the internet using web browser. Today, online shopping or e-shopping has gained momentum because of why we use e-shopping like Flipkart, Amazon, eBay, likewise different of online services or e-commerce websites are available. The very first reason is fair bargain is there. Second is security. Third one, also shopping at the comfort of our house. For example, I am free at 11 p.m. at midnight almost. At that time, no one shop is to be opened. But online shopping is available 24 by 7. So that is an easy task. And after that, we are moving that to comfort of our house. Now, so it's our e-shopping, Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal are the example of these. But always remember, use the authenticated website or e-commerce website because nowadays e-commerce also make different of fraud with the consumer. So after this we move to e-reservation. Reservation. Earlier, most of the people who want to travel with railway, they go to first to the ticket counter and make a long queue and wait for their time to reserve their ticket. But nowadays, with the help of IRCTC website, we are easily get our reservation at our own home with the help of laptop, computer, or mobile. Here it is on given of the form. Online form is given where we mention different of thing which is asked by the website, and also captcha is always asked because it's confirmed you are not a board process. These website e-reservation websites allows users to reserve railway and airline tickets, book hotels, resort, etc. Like my hotel, IVO, Go, different of websites are there. है ना? So after this we move to e-governance. E-website, e-shopping, all things. What is e-governance? Nowadays, for example, I have some mistake in my Aadhaar card. I want to change my Aadhaar card address. How I change? To go to somewhere? No need to go. Simply on the UIDI website and make changes with the help of e-governance process. Electronic governance or e-governance is the application of information and communication technology ICT for delivering government services, exchange of information, communication, transaction, integration of various standalone systems and services. This is the way where we do the online work in the government sector also to get our domicile card, to fill the online form, to get any kind of facility online. These are all called e-governance facility. This is the collaboration between government and to the citizen. That's why it's called G2C. And some other is government to business. That means if we have business and we want to make some GST, other kind of permissions, then we use G2B. Third one is government to employees, G2E, where employee ask about his salary, incrementation, other things also. And as well as back office process and interaction within the entire government framework. That means with the help of e-government governance website, we do all the work from our home. No need to make line or queue or wait for our turn in the government offices. No need to make rush there and do any of wastage of our time. After the e-governance, we move to the next topic, and next topic is mobile technology, because nowadays more than the desktop or laptop we use mobile. So here we are talking about the mobile technologies. Mobile communication is now considered as a necessity and being adopted by teens every day. Mobile technology is mostly used in cellular communication and other related aspects. It is used as a platform or nearby many transmitters have ability to send data to the same time on a single channel. This platform is called CDMA. Two types of platform are there, GSM and CDMA. CDMA, CDMA and GSM. Two kind of mobile facilities there. One channel is called CDMA, and other one is called GSM. Do you know that in India the cellular signal or cellular services started in 15th August 1995. This was the first when the cellular services started in India. After that, we move to the facilities of mobile phones. The first one is SMS. They will be very well known, the full form of it, short messaging services. Short message service, commonly referred as text messaging, is a service for the sending short messages up to 160 characters. 224 characters used for using a 5-bit mode. That means the highest range of the text is 224 whenever we make a SMS. After that, mobile devices including cellular phones, smartphones, SMS is supported by all global system mobile communication. That global system mobile communication is called GSM. And mobile phone is also available third generation 3G and wireless networks. So this is the SMS short message service, especially used as in text manner. But whenever we want to send video clips or pictures to a person, that time we not use SMS. We use MMS. So our next topic is MMS, Multimedia Message Services. MMS is a mobile content exchange mechanism that allows users to transmit and receive videos, images, ringtones, and text files 3GPP third generation partnership project that allows users to exchange multimedia communications between capable mobile phones and other devices. MMS are wireless application protocol. They use WAP, wireless application protocol, for transmission over mobile wireless. Our mobile technologies are nowadays in called 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. What are these G? Actually, G are for generations. That means it's always talking about the terminology of the generation and about its speed. Earlier, the mobile used 2G function, but nowadays 3G, 4G is working nowadays. But we are moving to the 5G so early, and within 1 or 2 months, we move to 5G terminology also. But here, because nowadays we use 3G and 4G facility, that's why we are talking about the 3G, that means third generation, 4G, fourth generation. So 3G, short of third generation, it is the third generation of wireless mobile telecommunication, that means WSM. Technology, it allows mobile phones, computers, and other portable electronic devices to access the internet wirelessly. 3G telecommunication networks support service that provide an information transfer rate of at least 0.2 Mbit. That means megabit per second. This is the least speed of the data transmission. I'm not talking about the highest, I'm talking about the least. So 0.2 Mbit per second is the least speed of 3G communication. So later 3G releases often denoted 3.5Z and 3.75Z also. After 3.5 and 3.75, our terminology moved to the next one. And nowadays we use 4G. Thanks to Jio, that we first time used 4G in India with the help of this company. So now we are talking about the 4G, fourth generation, also known as beyond 3G, because it launched after 3G or 3.5 and 3.75. So refers to the fourth generation of wireless cellular system WSM, like communications. It allows conveyance of wired and wireless network, wireless technology including GSM, wireless LAN and Bluetooth, as well as computer consumers electronic communication technology, and several others. 4G is a mobile multimedia anytime, anywhere. 4G is a communication where we get the speed of very high from 1 Mbps to 10 Mbps per second. In this module, we learn about the mobile technology and mobile terminology. I hope that you are to the questions of your chapter 2 in this module. I also suggest some answer keys of your questions. So use these answer keys to complete your question answer session. Let's move the answer key session. So answer keys. These are the answer keys. These are the answer keys of your Phillips. These for the true false. And after that, these are for the short answer, very short answer question. Question number 1: what is Wikipedia? Answer is given. Second one is what is and search engine question, and it's what third it asks about the different applications of a search engine. After that, we are moved to question number 4. It asks about what is a web crawler. Fifth one is describe about WhatsApp. Question number 6, what is the way to to find the things on Google search engine? After this is the process, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, how to find the thing. Now, what is the mean of disposable email? After that, describe about CAPTCHA code, what is CAPTCHA and what is the full form of it. After that, it asks about what is the mean of attachment which is used in email service. Next is the way. Some of the question I already gave here. Now it asks about the CC, carbon copy. Then question number 10, describe about the electronic governance or e-governance. We already discussed in this video about e-governance. After that, advantages of it. Some of advantages are given. 1, 2, 3. 3 advantages I suggest you. You also mention more than this. Question number 11. What are the group persons? Question number 12. The most important. What is the difference between 3G and 4G technology? Now the basis of data bit, peak upload rate, peak download rate, switching technique, and standard. With the help of this, we understand the basic difference between 3G and 4G communication. After that, advantages and disadvantages of e-shopping. E-shopping. And disadvantages are given. The difference between RTGS and NEFT in e-banking module. After these are the question answers. These are the question answers. I hope that you complete your questions answers of chapter 2 as early as you do. Thank you very much. We meet in the next video for the next chapter. Thank you.